In this problem, we want to find the critical numbers of the function. So we got f of x is equal to the square root of 3x squared minus 27. Now I'm going to get rid of the radical, so I'm going to rewrite that as the 1/2 power. Remember, the square root is always whatever's inside of the 1/2 power. Now step 1. We need to find our derivative. Well, this is a chain rule, specifically a general power rule. We got parentheses to a power. And our formula says you take your power, you put it out in front. What's inside the parentheses remains as is. Then you lower your power by 1. So you take 1/2 minus 1. And then you multiply it times the derivative of what's inside the parentheses. So again, take your power, put it out in front. What's inside the parentheses remains as is. Lower your power by 1 times the derivative of what's inside the parentheses. So we got 1/2 3x squared minus 27. 1/2 minus 1 gives us negative 1/2. The derivative of 3x squared gives us 6x, and negative 27 drops away. Now we want to put this as a single fraction. So I'm going to put the 6x up on top. 2 I'll put down below. It's already down below. And this part with a negative exponent, we're going to take opposite where it's at, so we'll take it down to the denominator. And when we do that, when you take something opposite of where it's at in a fraction, the sign of the exponent changes. So it becomes a positive 1/2. Now we can do a little bit of simplifying. The 6 and 2 are both divisible by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So that gives us 3x over 3x squared minus 27 to the 1/2 power. Step 2. Whenever we have a fraction, remember you set your top part equal to 0. So we're going to set 3x equal to 0, and we'll set our bottom part equal to 0. So we got 3x squared minus 27 to the 1/2 equal to 0. Well, on this first one, I'll divide both sides by 3. And those 3 is going to cancel and leave us x equals 0. 0 divided by anything is 0. Now this other piece. Whenever you have parentheses to a power equal to 0, then the power always disappears. And so it becomes 3x squared minus 27 is equal to 0. The reason why is if I raise both sides to the second power, it would cancel this, and 0 to any power is always 0. Now we're going to solve this using the square root property. So I'm going to take the negative 27 to the right side. So we got 3x squared is equal to a positive 27. Want to get the part that's squared by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by 3. And that gives us x squared. The 3's cancel here. 27 divided by 3 is 9. Now the square root property. Square root property says if you got something squared equal to the other side, you can drop your squared and put a plus or minus square root around the other side. Well, 9 is 3 times 3. And remember, with square roots, we're looking for pairs of something. Here's a pair of 3s, so a pair of 3 is going to come out in front as a single 3. So we're going to have x is equal to plus or minus 3. So that plus the x equals 0 are our critical numbers, critical values.